nerve-biting win in the penalty shootout in the final. It was against CBE of Ethiopia, goalless in the 90, and then after extra time as well. But Tanzanian Queens holding their nerve and netting all 5 of their penalties. And Mesai Temezgun Bizune missing the final decisive penalty and ensuring that JKT Queens moved on to the finals. And now they're here. Disappointed, I'm sure, to have lost that first match, but there's still a long way to go. I'm sure equally, Lassina Dow on his side will have been disappointed not to have come away with 3 points, having led that first match for so long. And they'll be looking to go one better, and they will look to do so with a 4-4-2 formation. Cynthia Johore back in goal again. She was a hero for much of that game. Unfortunate not to claim the clean sheet. Nothing she could do about that stunning strike though. And the equaliser. 4 in front of her are Cisse, Goze, Sunday, the captain, and Bai. Midfield 4, the goal scorer, Esperance Agbo, joined by Jakpa Asi Bainan. And the front 2, Estelle Nali and Sandrine Niamien. It is exactly the same 11 that played the opener, at least on the team sheet. Joy Sunday, captain, see there on the left in the orange, has moved inside to centre-back with Bai moving over to the right-back position. We'll see if that is the case once they get underway. Dealing with the pre-match admin. Coin toss. And opposing captain is Tunisia Minja. VAR is there if required. Issa C, the man in control. They'll hope for nothing too contentious to deal with. As for JKT, Esther Shabruma has gone with a 4-1-4-1 formation. Najat Idrissa between the sticks once again. Happiness Moipaja, Violet Wamakamba, Krista Bahia and Esther Kandulia in the back 4. With Janet Angamwene just in front of them. Crucial CDM role. Atumani, Minja, the captain, Mlenzi and Mnali. Attacking 4 with Jamila Mnanduka leading the line, just 15, youngest player on the pitch. A lot of responsibility on her young shoulders. JKT will almost certainly need to find the net at some point this night. There's Lassina Dow on the sidelines. This team, of course, could do with the goal as well. Very rare you get a goalless draw in the Women's Champions League. Esther Shabruma, also with much to ponder. I'm sure a few tactical changes to make over the course of the evening. See how the game progresses. She's all smiles for now. Will that still be the case in 90 minutes' time? These two sides meeting for the very first time. It is the 4th meeting between teams from the CAF region and Wafu. Previous clashes seen teams from the West win 2, teams from the East 1, and a single draw. Tonight's referee, Ansino Twenya Nukwa from Namibia. She's just waiting for the clock to tick onto the hour mark. We can get underway. Hear the atmosphere building inside the Amadou Gon Coulibaly Stadium, named after the Prime Minister of Côte d'Ivoire, who was leading the country from 2017 until his death in 2020. be one of the venues for the Men's Africa Cup of Nations in January and February as well. We're focusing on tonight. We are underway. Referee blows the whistle here in Kohogo. Match day 2 of the 2023 CAF Women's Champions League gets going with Atletico Abidjan taking on JKT Queens. Atletico in their traditional orange, shooting from left to right as we watch on in this first 45. JKT in all blue with the white trim. And it's immediately the home side on the attack. To the middle by Agbo. Over to the left, and the shot. It's the net ripple. Fortunately for JKT, and Najat Idrissa there is the wrong side of the post. Nyamia playing it across, and a first opportunity for Melissa Beinan, player of the match in the first game, despite it being the opposite winger, Agbo, who found the net. Beinan was involved in pretty much everything going forwards in that game, and immediately involved from the off here. Sopiasi, the first free kick of the match. Slightly late challenge from Janet Angamwene. She is the only newcomer on the pitch compared to match day 1. Angamwene moving into the JKT starting 11 in that defensive midfield role. Free kick comes to nothing. Just the frustration of Lassina Dow. Yet to get a touch in the Atletico half, and safety first. The back line sees Atletico with throw deep to the JKT territory. Beals, and the ball did indeed go out, a loose touch there from Matoba Cisse. She picked up a yellow last match, the only Atletico player to do so, so she'll have to be careful. 2 yellows in the group stage will lead to a suspension. But for now, they're focused on attacking matters. Shot blocked at close range. Tanzania side attempt to bring the ball out. Trying to play the ball out from the back. Not just relying on long balls. Can be a risky tactic. Actually worked so far though. Maybe an opportunity now to finally break into the Atletico half. Mr. Bahira. Long ball. Turns 18 next week, centre-back. It is a very young team on the whole. JKT. Bahira 17. Centre-back partner Mwamakamba 18. Diana Nali also 17. And as mentioned, Maduka 15. Follow along with the hashtag CAF WCL 2023. Let us know where you're watching from, who you're cheering on. This Wednesday in the next Champions League. Getting into its stride now. Getting into her stride a little too early. Was my Atumani, I think. Cynthia Chihore. More experienced than most of the JKT teams, 35 years of age. A wonderful job for 80 or so minutes in the opener. It's a brick wall in the Atletico goal. Often rushing off her line, beating the nippy Moroccan forwards to the ball. throwing herself at the ball and taking a kick to the head. Put her off, and she continued on. Looked like she was most of the way to a clean sheet, but eventually, as mentioned, conceding late on. She'll look to earn that clean sheet. The second time of asking. So far hasn't had much work to do. It's been mostly one-way traffic, only one real venture into the box for Atletico in the first 5 minutes. They have so far won the early territorial battle. Knocked forwards by Karabai. So nobody in particular. Paja. Took the ball by Bainan, who was due to start on the right according to the team sheet, but has clearly taken up shop on the left wing. She and Agbo did consistently swap wings over the course of that first game. Popular tactic these days in football, keep the opposition fullback guessing. They've got the number of the attacker that suddenly change. Find yourself playing against an in-swinger rather than an out-swinger. Player on the opposing side of the pitch. First example of Johori coming off her line there. Ultimately unneeded. As the offside flag would go up. Close call, but just starting her run a little early. Atimani unable to keep that in. Shown though she will be a threat from those balls over the top. Atletico had to deal with a lot of those against Casablanca. That's why Johori spent so much time charging off her line. Looks like it might be a similar threat today. Zimani was named player of the tournament in the qualifiers, 26-year-old. Also played for the Tanzanian national side and scored 1 goal in the 2018 Women's Challenge Cup and played every minute during the 2021 CAF win, scoring a hat-trick in the final group game. It's an even bigger stage though, and surely the biggest games of many of these players' careers on the world stage now in the Women's Champions League. Atletico, the first women's club from the Côte d'Ivoire to play in the CAF Women's Champions League finals. They were also the first host club to fail to win their opening game at the finals. As close as they came. In 2021, Wadi Degla of Egypt won 3-1 in their opener. And last year, Asfar defeated Simba Queens. In their second group game, the finals, host clubs have had differing fortunes. Wadi Degla losing, Asfar winning again. To see what the second game holds for Atletico. Got plenty of fans, young and old, watching on. Ball Slowly rolling all the way through to Johore. As well to pick out Bainan on the left. Nicely worked by Atletico, and got options here. Nali cutting inside, still going. Now she plays it out left to Bainan. She's got space to pick out her cross. She can only pick out the head of Esther Gandulia though. And Nali clearing more emphatically. See that Bainan aiming for Niamien in the middle, but just a little too much height on the cross. A little too much height on that one too, but looked like it had Idrissa a little worried whether or not that was the intention. Sailing onto the roof of the net. Well to keep the ball there, control on the chest, and JKT with a better spell of possession here. And as long as they've held the ball in the opposition half. Atumani battling with Cisse, battling a little too hard for the referee's liking. Touch. Ball away. Jackpot. Flicked on by Niamien, then chases down the defender. Once again, JKT struggling to clear the lines here. Agbo putting pressure. Of feet there. Referee waiting to see if there was an advantage for blowing for the foul on Nali. Nadal watching on. Waited a long time to make his first substitution in the opener. Much the entire 90. Content with what he saw. Asking a bit of a goalkeeper there, but Idrissa quick enough to ensure she was the first to the ball, crucially. They waved on by the referee, and nice through ball from Minja. Again, it's the keeper who wins the race. And then crucially, Gorze, who wins the second race to the loose ball with a keeper still on the ground. Gorze once again showing she's not going to be afraid to come off her line, and bravery rewarded, as it often was in the tournament opener. It was a lovely through ball. It looked like it was weighted perfectly. Sliding tackle in the end from the keeper. But Mnanduka not quite quick enough. His youthful legs to beat the opponent, who is more than double her age. Now a free kick for JKT, which is all the way through and actually strikes the top of the bar. Johore, I think, with a palm on the ball. Not much of one though, and was a little closer than it had any right to be. See the relief there from the keeper, who didn't get a convincing hand to that. Krista Behera nearly with an early birthday present from the Atletico keeper. before her 18th birthday. Would have been some way to celebrate. The goal from distance, the first in your club's history in the Women's Champions League. Not quite on that occasion, but I'm sure she will now fancy her chances. Any free kick inside the Atletico third. For now, it'll be a cross to the middle from Atumani. Not totally cleared. Few appeals, I think, of handball, but only half-hearted ones, and now Atletico can look to break. Beinan uses her pace, brushes off one. It's a nice ball through. Atletico not quite able to make the most of it. Nally playing the ball behind two teammates. Agbo then giving away a free kick. In between the two, she had Niamien behind her and Agbo to her left. Great work again from Beinan. Back on the right wing. See that two Atletico wingers have already swapped for the first time. By enjoying her role of right back a little more than centre back, I think, getting forwards and showing what she has in an attacking sense. The slip there, towards possession to Beinan, lays it into the middle, but Niamien caught in two minds, I think. Atletico getting closer, but just lacking the final touch for now. The header actually passing possession to JK2, who are through here, and the flag has stayed down. It's played inside by Atumani, and it's hit the post somehow, and then cleared. Back to Atumani. Will Emlyn Duca get another chance? She won't need it. But now the flag goes up. Waited an age. Of course, assistant referees now encouraged to let the play continue. It was a tight call against Atumani. Played it inside somehow. Duca conspiring to hit the post with the goal at her mercy. So Atumani decided to do it herself. Did so well, unfortunately, to no avail. Offside flag finally going up, and now JKT hit the back of the net for the first time in the Women's Champions League, but don't find themselves on the score sheet just yet. Atumani is going to be a nuisance, though, for the Atletico defence. Her pace, and she is again showing it's not just pace but control as well. It's a good first touch, and perhaps a little unfortunate not to receive the free kick there. Getting a foot in though, helping her side win the ball back. Now it's Atletico on the break though, in space. It's a one-on-one battle. And it was Bangamwene to the rescue for JKT. Two number 10s battling it out, and a brave tackle had to be perfectly timed, and it was for Bangamwene. Clear the corner as well, out for a throw. Still, Nally thought she was away there. Didn't count on the pace of the other number 10, justifying Esther Shabruma's decision to put her into the starting 11. Charge there from Eto Mlenti, but a legal one, according to the referee. Hayward pass, putting Ali under pressure. It's turn from Jakba. Past didn't match up to it though. Duca trying to release Satimani down the right. He's asking a little too much of the winger. And battling again, coming out on top. Mentioned Mlenzi, so it is a wildly young JKT starting 11 for the most part. Mlenzi is the oldest player on the pitch, 36. More than double the age of a number of her teammates. Or in fact. There's Minja though with the captain's armband, so pretty experienced, age of 27. Captain fell there and JKT take it quickly, and it's through on goal. Emlyn Duca gets a second opportunity, again can't find the target. Oh, the number 9 has had a few golden opportunities already to break the hearts of the Ivorian fans watching on. The first one would have come to nothing with the offside flag, but flag stayed down that time. Duca denied nonetheless. Flicked on by Mnali. Duca does win the free kick there and looks to get going quickly again. You can see the quick free kick caught out most of the Atletico side. Johori doing enough initially, and then crucially Matoba Cisse back to make the clearance from the follow-up. Johori stayed on her feet long enough to deny the first opportunity. Still plenty of time, but I wonder if missed chances like that might start to play on the mind of the youngster. Dulia missing the initial clearance, but making amends. All the way back to Idrissa. Long this time. Cisse convincing clearance as it was on the goal line. Atumani has to pick out a teammate in the middle. It's blocked. She'll get another opportunity though. Up against Goze. She does find a way past her. It's flicked on by Emlyn Duca. Nali though able to make the most of it, the chances, and over there, and now it's with Mnali. Johori crucially in the way again. The flag's gone up. Not sure if that was a free kick or an offside. Both players still down. Clearly offside. Ball forwards from Minja. Nonetheless, that trademark bravery shown again by Johori, throwing herself at the ball. Survived the kick to the head in the first game. I'm sure this won't stop her in the second. It's a little unsteady as she gets back to her feet. A knock to the knee. See there pointing to the bottom of the left knee. Nali clearly with a impact on the shin. Second youngest player on the pitch after Emlyn Duca. Brief break in play. Pause for the players to take on some fluids on pretty warm evening, as it is now in Côte d'Ivoire. Plenty of instructions being given out by the respective technical staff members from the two sides. Of course, able to pass on what they will have seen a little earlier than normal. Have to wait till half-time team talk. Happily, the pair both back on their feet and seemingly fine to continue. Will be Johore with the free kick. Playing down the right wing. Finale. Commits the foul though in the process of trying to nick the ball off Krista Behera. Bruma, 36-year-old head coach, pretty young, coaching terms. Beat a male-dominated group of coaches in the qualifiers. The 9 head coaches, she was one of only 2 women. Led her team through the highs and lows. Unwavering belief is what's seen them through, and that belief now come to fruition as he get back on the attack. Nali getting the ball into the middle. It's headed out for a corner. Cisse putting safety first again. Not sure who was behind her. Will be the captain to take the corner. You in blue to aim at in the middle. Referee happy there with blocking of the goalkeeper going on from Eto Mlenzi. Number 16 trying to get a little too close to the other. The corner is taken by Minja though, and it's into a good area. Partially cleared, it comes to Gindulia. Back heel, not finding a teammate, and Atletico look to use that pace and break again. Nali turning this way and that, waiting for reinforcements. Outside of the boot pass, not quite finding its way to Bainan. Tempo of the game's picking up now as we tick towards the half-hour mark. It's a fairly cautious start to the game. Ball is through to Johore, who's willing to break out of her area and stop those long through balls. Atimani. Having had the better of the opening 10 or so minutes, Atletico have struggled to create much in the last 10. A couple of moments on the counter looked dangerous, but JKT have worked their way into this game. Right now you'd say it is either side's for the taking. Atletico dominated much of that tournament opener as well. They had 18 shots at goal, 8 of which were on target. Crucially for them though, only one hitting the back of the net, and also the case for Casablanca. As for JKT, they only had 2 shots on target against Sundowns. Had only managed 32% of the possession. We're outpassed by the more experienced opponents, 143 to 384. They did better in the air though, winning 72% of their 11 aerial duels, and that's maybe somewhere they could punish Atletico, because they only won 22% of their aerial duels in the opener. So a big discrepancy between the two there. So far, they haven't been able to make the most of their corners, JKT. Done better when the ball's been on the ground, as is the case now. Nally. Ninja looking for the through ball. It's Atletico. Keep busting down that right wing again, using Bainan's skill. See the drizzle falling. Which will add to the jeopardy. A slippery surface. Maybe more jeopardy for the defenders, a slip. More often more costly for them than the attackers. Bainan lifting the ball into the middle. Both battling with Moipaja and winning that battle. And it's through to Nally. Shot blocked and comfortably gathered up though by Idrissa. Decision, I have to say, looked like a good tackle on first viewing. See again that chance for Nally to take the touch, but well closed down. Good work from Wamakamba. Very young for a centre-back partnership, but so far doing everything asked of them. Wamakamba and Bahira, combined age of just 35. Atletico there getting a little more mixed up, not punished though, and Bainan finds Nally again, who bursts past Wamakamba, and the ball's filled and put into the back of the net. And it's Sondrine Niamian who's put Atletico in front again. They took the lead in the opener, and they hold on to it this time round. Not one Idrissa will want to watch back. It was well worked by Atletico. Again, that combination of Bainan and Nally. The ball into the middle, looked like it was going to come to nothing though. Only for Idrissa to fail to get hold of the ball. And Niamian was there, gambling, as all the good strikers do. Then finding the gap between the recovering defender and the near post. And Niamian has her first of the tournament, and Atletico's second. First in this game, and the deadlock is broken. Now can JKT respond before the break, or maybe immediately? So that's missed, and it's through to Atimani. A ball into the middle, isn't bad, it's cleared partially by Sunday. Nobody getting onto the loose ball from JKT. They'll have 10 minutes to try and level things back up before the half-time break. Gorse first to that ball. Bainan over on the left. No foul. It's going to bounce through to Johori. A lot of pace there, but aside from a bit of a limp, perhaps, impressively resistant. See Diana Nally just checking her right foot. There was quite a collision as those two toe-to-toe, quite literally. Beinan fell from behind by Moipaja. A bit clumsy from the right back. Happiness, Moipaja didn't have the happiest time at right back in the opener. Looked a lot happier once she moved into the CDM role in the second half against Sundowns. She's back in the fullback role for now, and Bangamwene pressing early on in the CDM role. She might stay there this time. To do some more defending. Doing so well though. Minja finding Atumani. The winger able to get on to another in blue. Rush of blood to the head maybe there from Assi. There were options and she rushed that. Made it towards nobody but Nujat Idrissa, who has commendably kept ahead and made a couple of solid stops since the goal, but she might have more work to do here. It's flicked on in the middle. It's kept alive by Beinan. Trying to force her way past Moipaja. Takes away a corner in the end. There's Agbo with the ball in. I think flicked on by Nyamian, maybe trying to cheeky back heel into the far corner. Corner's taken short. Cisse returns it to Nyamian. Tries hurl up from range. It's wide of the near post. You wondered if Atletico would just try and keep the ship steady and ensure they headed down the tunnel with the half-time lead. They continued to use the momentum from that goal and the attack again here. Akbar with the ball in. Spilled again by Idrissa, but now Atletico players to take advantage that time. Applause there for tackle from Jakba and cool head to play it back to safety and keep possession. Sunday puts a boot through it. Jakba. Ball again, and then the free kick. Battle with Mnanduka. Perhaps a forwards challenge from the 15-year-old. Look out over Kohogo as the sun sets. As things stand, the sun is setting on JKT's continental campaign here. A loss will see them eliminated. There is no results between Sundowns and Casablanca later that could keep them in the tournament heading into the final group game. If they do fall to a defeat here, they are one down, despite having threatened and even put the ball in the net earlier on. Simani offside. The momentum of this game has swung back and forth a couple of times. It was Atletico early on. JKT really came into the game and they conceded. Atletico have pushed on. Now they look to try and regain some momentum. Atumani down the right, winning a throw. Minja. Not able to get the ball under control. It's cleared and one for the goal scorer Nyamien to chase. Composure though from Wamakamba. Handball against Melissa Bainan. Away and JKT look to break down the left. Ndulia to Nduka, but it's the number 9 look for the return pass. She found the full back, not where she thought she was. Stopped on that left wing. Now behind and on the brink, at least in the live standings, JKT, but history perhaps on their side. Back to that in a minute because they're looking to level things up here. The ball into the middle, finds him Nduka. Deflection, takes it wide. Once again, the flag has gone up anyway. It's a clear enough call. Ndulia clearly offside. Just need to time their runs a bit better. It's happening too often for JKT. Got a clear view across the defensive line there, but didn't hold a run. Whether you put the blame on the passer or the receiver in those situations, both have to be on the same wavelength and both to time it better than they have been so far. Yes, history perhaps on the side of JKT. The last finals, their rivals in Tanzania, Simba Queens, lost their opening game 1-0 against the hosts as far, but fought back to win their following 2 games and then reached the semi-final. And Nigerian side Bayelsa Queens began with a loss to Sundowns, as did JKT, before also fighting back to reach the semis. But now, not only will they have to fight back in the groups, but in this game, falling behind again, at a similar point of the game. Long before half-time, well, it's never a good time to concede, but not a particularly bad one. And they've done so in both of their opening 2 group games. Equalise on the stroke of half-time though, would be even better. Beautiful venue for an important game. Such an important competition for female football in Africa. It's now the 3rd edition of the CAF Champions League, the CAF Women's Champions League, of course. Fantastic to see the growth. Very much on the world stage. The collision there between Wamakamba and Nyamien. Back able to get back to her feet though. So 45 seconds plus a bit of additional time, one would presume, until we take the break. And JKT restore parity. Said break. Well, Krista Bahira maybe a little too far out on this occasion. Try her luck from goal again. Trying her luck at goal. Indeed, it was an attempted pass. It didn't come off, but JKT still have the ball to say that that looked offside again against Demnali. There goes the flag. I'm sure Mr. Shabaruma will have spotted that tendency to drift offside and will be addressing it at half-time, because again, a good few yards between the JKT attacker and that Atletico back four, who are playing a higher line than perhaps Tanzanian side are used to. And the young forwards are struggling to adjust, it seems. They will have 3 minutes of additional time to maybe conjure up one final chance before the break. But now it's Johore to send the ball downfield, the free kick. Zumani has to get back to on the end of that ball. Comes here again though with a bit of space to run into. She pick out the right pass, knocks it past one defender, but Joy Sunday over. Ball to safety. Zumani need to get things moving quickly. It's another throw. Paja unable to produce any more. Bit of juggling from Atoba Cisse, which earns some appreciation from the crowd. In fact, I think that may have been Sopiasi, loitering just ahead of the left-back position. Calmly by Mamakamba. 1 minute to go, so straight downfield by Idrissa. There's an aerial battle won by the effective away side. Looking for the through ball again. 1-2 opportunities, Minja and Mlenzi, but they couldn't pick out the pass to what may have been an offside of Zumani anyway again. But either way, it's Atletico looking to double the pain just on the brink of half-time. And the through ball was centimetres from perfection. Yamian looking to double her tally as well as her sides. She was onside. Hoping it's Moipaja playing her on. It's a little lackadaisical at right back. See the well-drilled defence of Atletico in comparison to those in blue at the other end. And that is the difference between the two sides as they head to the tunnel. 1-0 the score. The team on home soil so far making the most of the home support. It was Sondrine Niamian who made the most of a Najat Idrissa mistake. Goalkeeper spilling the ball, and just after the half-hour mark, Niamian pouncing. Grab her first goal of the tournament to break the deadlock in this match, which has been pretty fascinating for the first 45. Chances at both ends. Plenty of promise shown by the young JKT side. You need to iron out some of those imperfections, though, in the second half, if they are to rescue something from this game and this tournament. If the score ends as it is now, they will be heading home. They have had more of the possession, 53.7%, slightly more than Atletico. Atletico with more attempts, but fewer on target. That one that did hit the target, though, hit the back of the net. And it's that Niamian goal that separates the sides at the halfway point. Hello and welcome back to Corhogo for the second half of this second round of CAF Women's Champions League matches in Group A. Tonight, Atletico Abidjan facing off against JKT Queens, and 1 goal to the good at the halfway point. JKT did hit the bar early on, a long-range free kick from Krista Behera. A few other chances as well. Often the flag going up against them once the attack was all said and done. On the other end, far more clinical from Atletico, and eventually Sandrine Niamien finding the bottom corner after a mistake from Najat Idrissa. And there is a change to be made by Esther Shabruma. Diana Mnali, the young winger, taken off for the number 7. And Frida Gerald, all those fresh legs, be able to make a difference in this second half, which gets underway now. The referee blows the whistle, and we are back underway. Atletico get things moving again, now shooting from right to left for the second 45. JKT, all blue, shooting in the opposite direction. And they have to find the back of the net if they want to remain in this tournament. A defeat will see them eliminated, whatever the result later on. On the defensive early on, appeal from Melissa Bainan, but the referee unswayed. JKT now able to bring it down their left wing. It's played forwards towards the substitute, and Gerald battling for it and beating Joy Sunday to it. Now cuts inside. Immediate involvement for the substitute, but just wide in the end. Good relief from Simply Johori, perhaps. Immediate impact from those fresh legs. Sunday to the ball, and then good strength to hold off the big centre-back. Sent wide and cutting inside. Shot though sliced beyond the far post. It's back with JKT again here. Nicely worked by Atumani, and the shot from range was optimistic. Comfortable enough for Johori. Certainly not worried by that one. Beaten from long range, as mentioned in the opener. But able to rewatch that. So wide of her near post. Joe battling but losing out. He's now with Agbo on the right-hand side. Goal scorer in the first game looks to 10 provider, and it's a brilliant cross, but Niamien not making the most of it. Unable to find her and her team second. Heading it in the wrong direction. Agbo is spaced again on the right. Behera not closing down quickly enough. Attempted scorpion kick and a brilliant save from Najat Idrissa, and able to prevent the corner as well. Bainan goes close. See the frustration there. Player of the match on match day 1. He's been involved plenty in the second match as well, and the ball somehow finding its way through to her. Well struck, heading for the bottom corner, but Idrissa down quickly. It's been a frantic start to the second half at both ends of the pitch. It's Atletico immediately on the attack again. A lovely turn by Bainan. Then brought down, and a free kick in a promising position. Paja protesting her innocence to the referee, but it's a pretty clear-cut foul. Bainan still down, holding her thigh. It's a lovely change of direction. Chance before that to Bainan again. Great work from Najat Idrissa, making amends for that earlier mistake. The challenge again, it was in fact Janet Ngamweni, not Moipaja. See her saying she got the ball, but she got a lot of the player as well, and clearly the referee deciding that it's a little too brutal for her liking. And now a very threatening position for Atletico. We saw JKT hit the bar from a free kick in the first 45. We also saw Agbo strike the bar in the first game from a set piece. And it is Agbo back on free kick duty again. Pretty much perfectly placed this if you asked her to place the ball wherever she liked. It would be near enough here, perfect for a right footer. And Najat Idrissa arranging her wall. She likes it. 4 women between her and Idrissa. It's struck by Agbo. It's on target. Punched over by Idrissa. Safety first. Too close to the keeper to truly threaten, but still a little too much on it. Let's take the chance of trying to catch the ball. It does mean, though, that Agbo will get another opportunity to put the ball into the box from the corner. Floated in. Cleared away. Flick from Sopiasi. It's played forwards and it's left. And it's gone through to Bainan, who's been knocked over. Referee, though, allowing play to continue. I'm sure VAR will have a look at that. It's just a little careless by the JKT defender. Seemingly in some pain as well. Collision there, Anissa Minja. Is this going to see pause in play whilst VAR check the penalty chance? Here it is. Wow, yeah, you have to say, Happiness Moipaja has not got the ball there. She's got the player. The referee beckoning over Sopiasi. We are distinctly, pointedly, not back underway here. You have to imagine that VAR are checking that coming together between Moipaja and Bainan. But the referee waving play on, and looks like that has been let go by the VAR officials. Fortunate escape for JKT. Could have found themselves 2 down. They could still find themselves 2 down as Toba Cisse brings the ball forwards. And it's only fired into Nali. Attempting clearance. Ball bouncing kindly for the JKT backline. The throw as well. Need to get this under control, though, after lively first 5 minutes. Instead, it's a change for Atletico. Said how Nadal waited almost the entire 90 before making his first change on the opener, but it will be the goal scorer who comes off this time. Sandrine Niamien, whose goal is the difference between the two sides. Make way. It will be Amanen Endri comes on in her place. Number 14. Perhaps responding to the fresh legs introduced by JKT, which almost immediately had an effect. as Gerald had rushed past the Atletico defence and got away a shot. But since then it had been all the home side. Came close, both to scoring and to winning a penalty. And it's them again here, Agbo using her pace to burst down that right wing. Still going, and it's a good challenge. Julia not allowing her to get past, throwing herself to block the cross. Just 3 to aim at in the middle for now for Atletico. Jacques for one of them. Cleared away by Atumani. Immediately bursts down that right wing, and there is space ahead of her, and that's a lovely ball out to Atumani. She doesn't get it under control though. Central counter-attack crumbles with that. Now it's Atletico coming back in the opposite direction, put into the middle by Bainan. Similarly failed to get under control though. JKT just can't get into the Atletico half. That was the case early on in the first half. It's the case early on in the second. Bainan's cross cut out. And again the long ball only as far as Gauze, but Gauze only finding Atumani. Tried to release. Free to Gerald. Slightly scrappy spell of play, either side really, putting together a string of passes. Actually culminates in a JKT free kick. Nice bit of footwork, which lured Atletico player into the foul. Knocked on by Gerald, and that will be JKT with a free kick, not too far outside the box, and I imagine Krista Bahira might have her eye on this again. In the meantime, might see the medical team on after that collision, in which Asi is, despite committing the foul, seemingly come off worse. See who'll be taking this free kick once Sophie Asi is back on her feet and thus out of the way of the set piece. But after coming so close from further out in the first half, you have to imagine Bahira will be having a word with the captain about taking this. Quite a collision between the two. Imagine quite winded Sopiasi. Running into the shoulder of Gerald with her chest. I'm sure it's knocked the wind out of her. The stretcher has been brought on. That she'll be able to continue. Bainan receiving a few instructions from the sidelines. She's been just as lively in the second half as she was in the first. Actually on her way to another Player of the Match award. The 490, but that's still half an hour or so away. Oh, football still to be played. Looks like the Atletico players are signalling that that will be the end, sadly, of Sopiasi's game. Round of applause from the players and those in the pitch. Committed piece of defending from Sopiasi. Has seen her forced off, and Lassina Dow forced into another change. Mariam Kone, who's set to come on in her place, number 13, and she'll be hoping for a bit of luck as she looks to shore up that midfield and that defence. Atletico look to succeed where they failed in the first game and hold on to their narrow lead, if not doubling it. It is on target again. Well held by Cynthia Johori on this occasion. Little lower on the free kick in the first half. Well struck this time. It was Tanissia Mincha, captain, taking advantage, and then Cynthia Johori diving on the ball, of course within her rights to do so, and imagine from here on out, Atletico will look to make every second count, and every second just a little quicker, as much as they can. Collision there between Beinan, the Feld captain, who's now back on her feet. Finally, Kone is allowed on. Let's go back up to their full complement of 11 with 3 substitutions remaining. Back with Gerald again on the left, who looked a bright spark since our introduction, but missing a little in support from those in attack, and it's Atletico now with players over, and it's through. A crucial challenge. Referee's blown and offside. This time against Atletico rather than JKT. It was the substitute, Ndri, who was in. It's a very tight call, I have to say. But either way, the heroic piece of defending from Happiness Moipaja, which I'm sure will make Mr. Shabaruma very happy. Committed defending, brave defending. Crucial defending. He tries to take that quickly and gave it away in the process, and Ndri has moved it forwards. Ndri again on that left wing, using those fresh legs to just glide past the defender. Moine able to get back the way. And eventually clear it. Atletico have been threatening more here. JKT will have to change the narrative of this game sooner or later. Shove in the back from Indri. It's punished. Knocked on by Gandulia. So Gerald turns nicely. Tries to pick out Atumani on the other wing. Maybe another opportunity to do so, and it's successfully done. And Atumani now on the edge of the area. The shot blocked by Linda Goze. A few appeals again for handball, but it very much looked to strike the chest of Goze, who looks a little winded as a result. But again, it's the offside flag that's up, rendering it moot. That is going to cost JKT if they can't sort out the timing of their runs. Timani, of course, was trying to make her way back to an onside position after having the first pass towards her cut out, but it's been a persistent problem for those in blue. Lindsay flicks it forwards. Flag stays down for now, and the ball is in the back of the net. But once again, the flag denies JKT. VAR will, of course, check this, and it was harder to judge for once on initial viewing. And I tell you what, they might have actually got this one wrong, and VAR might overturn this. It was Winfrieda Gerald who ran through and put it into the bottom corner. Esther Shabaruma was furious. Gerald looked perplexed at the decision, having watched the replay. See why. Looked a very tight call, but Gerald herself looked to be the right side of the defender, and you can see the referee is pausing play, presumably whilst VAR check this over. And JKT could be about to find themselves on level terms. You spoke about the impact that Winfrieda Gerald has had on the game. And the goal is confirmed, and Gerald finally can celebrate. Crucial for JKT, crucial for Esther Shabaruma. You can see there, the lines drawn, and very clearly, all three in fact onside, but crucially Gerald onside, and once through, keeping her head where her teammates had failed before to respectively keep their heads and stay onside. She did both, and the number 7 slotted it past Cynthia Johore, who fails to keep a clean sheet again. And as was the case 3 days ago, Atletico see their 1-goal lead cancelled out. They look to restore it, but the ball over the top of Amanan and Dri in the middle. So 3/4 of the game gone. It's back, all to play for. Jumper goes down holding an ankle. Not sure if the referee's blown for a free kick or just a pause play, because I'll reserve judgment until watching the replay. To be slightly delayed. Or maybe studs down bottom of the shin and the boot, which would be uncomfortable if so. Either way, it's paused again whilst there's medical timeout, if you will. Despite losing the lead, they're still in good spirits in the crowd, the Ivorian fans. No debate about that decision. The crucial dejection of VAR. You see the grimace on the face of Karabai as she failed to get back to the line in time. Inspired substitution from Esther Shabaruma. Has got her side back all square. 20 minutes to play. They are need to build on that with a second. Ball played forwards. Duca took it down. It looked like maybe with a hand. He paused. Johori looks furious with her defence or the delay in that decision. The way she made the save. It was saved from the rebound by the referee's whistle. Nicely worked forwards. Agbo playing it on towards Ndri. Too much on the pass though. This game hangs very much in the balance. A few weeks after the elimination of the Côte d'Ivoire by Tanzania in the qualifiers for the Women's Africa Cup of Nations, two countries facing each other again in the form of club football. Plenty of drama. Atletico perhaps out for revenge, but given up the lead here, and they reclaim it. Good sliding challenge by Behera. It's back with Jakpa. Needs to clear that before still Nali gets there. She did, but it's only as far as Jakpa, who herself is robbed. They're coming together. The free kick will go the way of the home side. Recipient of the foul. The late challenge. Agbo immediately claims the ball. Moipaja earned himself a yellow card for that. See why. Rushing in with studs up. Another now who have to be careful for the remainder of this match and the next. If JKT were to progress further, the second yellow would result in a suspension through to the semi-finals. Sure to pick up a yellow next time out. For now though, to worry about this game, defending this free kick, and Agbo with another chance to find our range. A little further out this time, but it is Agbo. Well held by Najid Adrissa. Again, too close to the goalkeeper, as was the case on the first occasion. Dulia in, but giving the ball away. It's Bainan. Nicely worked down the right wing. It's back with Bainan again. And Dulia with another tackle though. Atumani loses out. Such a promising start to the game, Atumani, but she's faded in this second half. It's Bainan putting it in. And the header over the top from Mariam Kone. First chance for the substitute. There's the second chance, and it's beautifully struck. Idrissa palming it away, but it's given away again, and another save from Idrissa. JKT living dangerously, the keeper coming to their rescue. Certainly culpable for the first goal. But that, a decent save. Lack of communication and a poor first touch from Bahira. But Idrissa reacting quickly. Stopping the rebound this time. Another change for JKT. Neto Blenti goes off to be replaced by Ali Salum. Corner is taken high, well claimed by Idrissa. Atletico now so frustrated if they are to end up without 3 points from either of these first two games. Their draw in the tournament opener was the first in 18 Women's Champions League games to have not produced a winner. With the games following Sundown's penalty shootout win over Malabo Kings in the 2021 semi-finals, producing goals and a winner in open play. Both teams scoring is also pretty rare in Women's Champions League history, but Atletico defying those stats potentially for the second time in 2 games. As things stand, quarter of an hour remaining for either side to find a winner. Another set piece for the home side. An opportunity to put the ball into the box. Cisse does so, flicked on by Bainan. Cleared away though. JKT on the back foot a little here. Tricky one. The point here will keep them in the tournament. I'm sure they're aware. Really do with 3. They want to increase their chances of progressing. How much of they gamble in terms of throwing players forward and attacking football? When conceding a second would surely see them heading home. Get forwards here though. Nduka, who's also been fairly quiet in the second half. There's the throw to be taken by Moipaja, who at the second attempt is able to kick it through to the substitute, Salum. And it's Gerald again, working on matching, finding Nduka in the middle. Failed to find the target again, but it's kept alive by Asimani. Crossed in again towards the number 9, and Gerald unable to get the contact she wanted. JKT knocking on the door. This game is anyone's for the taking. Sunday partially headed away, but then was made to look a little silly by Winfrieda Gerald. 2 opportunities for Jamila Nduka, space of a few seconds, not quite a third as that sails over her head, and now Atletico look to counter. Dali can't pick out Agbo. Looking to keep this in. She's not going to get there in time. Withering glare in the direction of her teammate. Venture forward counts now. There was the snapshot from Agbo. The rebound. Amazing she hasn't managed to get on the score sheet so far this tournament, striking the bar twice in the opener, coming close a few times in this match. There'll be another pause for the injury. Joy Sunday to lift her troops, perhaps after seeing a lead slip away again. Now with one of their midfield linchpins down in Stephanie Jakpa, having already lost one to injury. Could be a tough final 10 minutes. Minja requesting that the medics get on with this, so I think that's your answer. JKT will be going at this, looking for the win. Atletico want to be slightly happier with the draw from here. Been frustrated to have dropped 4 points from winning positions. They'd be in a fairly strong position, but of course be facing Sundowns, the group favourites, in their final game. They could really do taking 3 points here as well. So a fascinating final 10 minutes to be played out. For now, it's JKT on the attack. Over to Gerald with a brilliant first touch again and flicked on nicely. It's back in the direction of Gerald, who is blocked off, not sufficiently, for a free kick. Cissei's touch letting her down and robbed by Duka. That's a lovely first touch by Atumani, but not such a good second touch. Johori frustrated with the defence again. Have to give it to the attacker there, that first touch. All about her. Not able to keep her head with the finish though. First touch this time. The other end from Benyan. We'll earn a corner. Just a 3 to aim at in the middle. Defensive approach from corner kicks. Misses everyone. Will be picked up by Gerald on the right, who's not afraid to run at the opposition, and she's doing just that, battling with Toba Sisek coming out on top. Eventually stopped in her tracks, but it is a throw for JKT. Maipaja towards the substitute again. Everything is going through Winfrieda Gerald. Understandably so. Another throw. Gerald turns away from 2 so easily and away from the 3rd. Cisse sliding in. Referee thinks it was a good tackle. It was on the borderline from our camera angle. Referee with the best view in the house. Away by Linda Gauze. Spoke about the youngster's upcoming birthday. She's going to turn 33 on Monday. Used to play for Naman in the Belarusian Premier League. The side finished 3rd in 2019, but now back in her native Côte d'Ivoire. Attack again. sliding tackle from Waipaja, which had to be right and was on a yellow card in the penalty area. Crucial interception from the fullback. Hopeful look from Indri. In fact, it's a goal kick. Final touch seemingly coming off the attacker. Over on the left, brought down. Play continues. Gerald running the line. Ball's looped up and knocked past the header, and it's in. And JKT have turned it around. All eyes were on Winfrieda Gerald, but sneaking in behind her was the other substitute, Alia Salum. On in disbelief. Atletico looking for the winner. They have conceded one instead. It's that ball over the top. They've been trying it throughout the game. See here, right on the line. I think it'll be okay though. And Salum given far too much space. Cynthia Johore, the wrong side of the attacker. And look what it means to Esther Shabarama. JKT are on the brink in this tournament. But they turn this around. And they'll be heading temporarily at least into one of the qualification spots as things stand. Heartbreak for the hosts. 1-0 up in both of their first two games. In the first, they conceded a late equaliser. In the second, they might have conceded a late winner. And so, more changes to be made. Stephanie Jakpa comes off. Peñalgar comes on in her place. Nadal was content with his 11 for most of the first game, but having to make changes here with just 3 minutes of the 90 remaining plus whatever additional time is deemed necessary. For the first time in their Women's Champions League history, Atletico find themselves behind in a game. And at a damaging time to do so. Depending on the game this evening, destiny could still be in their hands as they go into the final game. There you can see VAR's check, clearly onside, as Gerald was a little earlier. This time, not erroneously flagged offside by the assistant referee, and Alia Salum allowed to celebrate immediately. Linda Gorze, well, as we said, just turned 33. That not the kind of related gift she was hoping for. Far too open at the back, Atletico. Now an injury for JKT, killing time. Seconds continue to tick down, much to the frustration of those in orange on the pitch and in the stands. The elimination of the Ivorian national side from the Women's Africa Cup of Nations next year. This means a lot to the country, certainly to its fans. Of women's football, Atletico now up against it. It could even be bottom of the group by the end of the day, depending on the result between Casablanca and Sundowns. But we're back underway in the 90th minute, given away immediately though by home side, and JKT unable to make the most of that. Now with injury on the left. Leaves it to Cisse to take the throw. Good challenge though from Gerald, who's surely a shout for player of the match, showing her worth in defence as well as attack now. Johori is out a long way. 12 minutes of additional time for Atletico to find their equaliser. That will be a shot in the arm of the home side. Less so for Esther Shabarima, who can't believe the number she's just seen come up on the board. 12 minutes for the home side to wrestle back a point at least, if not 3. You could easily get 2 goals in 12 minutes of football, especially with Melissa Bainan on the pitch, who's looking creative again. First shot blocked from Agbo. JKT could almost kill the game off with a third. Tamani does well to stay on her feet. They're flooding forwards in blue here. They are looking to kill the game off. They don't want to wait nervously for the next 11 minutes. Kept alive again by Paja. Player on the turf, but the referee allowing play to continue. Gerald and Duca looking to combine. It's played forwards, and it's into Atumani. Well held by Johori in the end. Those chips through balls have been a nightmare for Atletico to defend over the course of the evening. They were initially let off a few times by JKT, not managing to stay on side, but once he solved that for the second half, it's been a different story, and it's a different scoreline. 1-0 lead has turned into a 2-1 deficit for Atletico. JKT are looking resolute in their defending now. No nonsense clearance again. One to deal with at the other end, in fact. And Duca challenging. It was dealt with by Goze in the end. It's played forwards for Atumani. He's got a bit of space. Blocked off though. It's end-to-end stuff. Stoppage time. Dulia, but not able to stop, prevent the throw in. This is well worked. Injury. Still holding onto the ball. It's a corner. Stout defending by JKT, and it'll need to be the next 8.5 minutes. Agbo tries to find space for a shot, not once but twice. Floats through to Adrissa in the end. in the direction of Bainan, but it's not convincingly cleared. Free's blown, but misdirection. JKT's to the frustration you can hear of the crowd. Here getting herself to a bit of a muddle. Perhaps a little fortunate to get away with a free kick there. Did get a foot to the ball. Crucially, as it turned out. Well, 5 of the 12 minutes have now elapsed. Feel like an eternity for those of a JKT persuasion. I'm sure it'll be racing by for Cynthia Johore and her teammates. They went from first in the live standings to third. The blink of an eye, and now having to defend against the third in Maduka. Not quite able to pass it on to Gerald. He's had joy on both wings. Challenging again here. So tenacious, number 7. Winning a free kick. Starting to get it irate in the crowd. These decisions have continued to go against them. Referee clearly deeming that to be a pullback on Gerald. It was a little clumsy initial challenge from the JKT player, but either way, referee's decision final, and it will be a JKT free kick and an opportunity for captain Denicia Minja to put the ball into the box again. And it's a good delivery, but headed over by Asumani. She's had opportunities. She has put the ball in the back of the net, but from an offside position. I'm sure she won't mind too much. The scoreline remains as it is now. She'll continue trying. Gerald trying to play it forwards to Maduka again. Johore sends that high. It's getting a little desperate here from Atletico. Struggling to control those high balls forward from their keeper. Maybe better off building it from the back. They had time. That's given away though by Idrissa. Will it be punished? Left to Bainan. Still going. Runs down. Dead end in the end. Good feet initially. Running out of space and running out of ideas. And our Atletico running out of ideas. Straight back on the ball again, Bainan. More committed defending from Gindulia. Atumani does well to get back and challenge for the ball and win a free kick. Another groan from the crowd. That was commendable work from JKT's number 8 after the best part of 100 minutes on the pitch. Still racing back from an attacking position and bundled over by a combination of players. There'll be another pause here whilst the JKT players checks over. Take the opportunity to make perhaps a final change. It will be the end of the young Jamila Mnduka's game. Anastasia Simba come on in her place. 15-year-old. I've been disappointed perhaps to put the ball in the back of the net. She had some big opportunities. In the end, it might not matter though. She slowly makes her way to the touchline. Being hurried along by the fourth official. But in no hurry, understandably, to get this game restarted. 2 minutes of 12 additional minutes remain. Make a huge difference anyway, her speed coming off the pitch as medics continue to do their job, but JKT temporarily at a numerical disadvantage here. Missing Janet Gamwene as well, one of the more defensive players. They want her back on quickly. Atletico have to try and make the most of this opportunity. One extra player. It's another hopeful long ball that's come to nothing. Flicked on by Gerald. Agbo forwards to Andri. Finds Makamba in the way though. Shabaruma to get onto the pitch right in the corner of her technical area. She'd love to be that extra player if the rules allowed. Of course they don't, and now 1 minute is all that's left though for her players to defend. Beautiful feet from Linda Gauze. Forwards for Agbo. Is this it? The final roll of the dice, but she can only find the arms of the grateful Najat Idrissa. The JKT goal. Two in the middle waiting. She couldn't find them. Now it's JKT on the attack. Forwards. Simba. For some reason, it appears as though Yorubai is playing for time there to get the ball down the other end of the pitch. Yeah, the perfect solution for JKT is it's a throw. No one in the vicinity and no one making any effort to get there. Mr. Gandulia now will reluctantly move over to restart the game with the throw-in. 5 players forward for JKT. They haven't parked the bus just yet. Towards Simba, but cleared by Atletico. Now there's space ahead down the right wing. Bainan flicks it on. But Daniel Gra only win a throw. Last chance saloon now for the home side. Kone's cross blocked. And that is the final whistle. JKT come from behind, come from the brink of exiting this tournament to grab a 2-1 win and put themselves in an excellent position to qualify heading into the final round of group games. Painful for Atletico and the Ivorian fans in the stands. They were 1-0 up in both their group games. Esperance Agbo on match day 1, and then Sondrine Niamien in this one just after the half-hour mark. They looked to have things under control at half-time, but it all turned around in the final quarter of the game after the changes proved to be inspired from Esther Shibaruma. First substitutes, Winfrieda Gerald put the ball in the back of the net, initially ruled out for offside. See the pain there for Agbo and Linda Gauze and all those in orange, but the joy for those in blue, because after that was overturned by VAR, their second substitute in the shape of Alia Salou also got on the end over Chip's long ball, slid it past Cynthia Johari and wrestled the 3 points away from Atletico. They remain in the competition. They'll have to head to Sundowns, the group favourites in the final group game, and get a result. Almost certainly, they'll have to get a win. As for JKT Queens, well, it's in their hands now.
A wonderful performance of JKT Queens tonight. And of course, you are named the woman of the match. What does that mean for you? What is the meaning of this award for you?
Kwanza kabisa napenda kumshukuru Mwenyezi Mungu na wachezaji wangu kwa ujumla, tumepambana kupata pointi 3. Cha pili, napenda kumshukuru Mungu kwa kupokea man of the match kwenye hii mechi.
So what can we expect for the next game?
Mechi inayokuja tutajipanga vizuri kuchukua pointi 3. Tutapambana, tutachukua pointi 3.
Okay, congratulations once more.
Okay, thank you.
Well, the captain, Benicia Minja, given the award for woman of the match. She led by example in the middle of the pitch. And it was the attacking substitutes who made the difference in the end. So evenly split. Look at that, 49.5 to 50.5% possession, 15 attempts each, 7 and 6 on target. Even the passing and the accuracy, almost all identical. But the only stat that truly matters is the number of goals. And in the end, JKT edged that